What's going on, guys? Dent pulling part 11. Finished all this yesterday, and I'm going to run through exactly what I did here in a minute. Let y'all kind of get a good look on this. I didn't put the molding back on yet. I still got to get some double-sided tape or something to put that molding back on. Alright, well, the paint matched up pretty good to the door, as y'all can see. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. First off, if y'all remember on my base coat, after I laid my base coat and stuff down, I wet sanded it, the 1000 grit wet sand, and wiped it down really good, and took my clear coat. I put a couple of coats of clear on this, and then I went back and wet sanded it to about a 1500 grit sandpaper wet sanding. Once I had done that, I had took compound, buffed it out, took a glaze, a wax glaze, put on top of that, buffed it out, and then I took regular wax, McGuire's wax, and buffed it out. Let it sit on dry, buffed it out. Looks pretty good. I wished I actually had a little bit, I wished I actually had a buffer. An actual buffer. It probably would have turned out a lot better buffing it, but I actually had to do it by hand. So, but other than that, it's pretty slick. It's smooth. There might have been a few areas that might have been need to be sanded, wet sanded a little bit more. But other than that, it's still slick. It's still smooth. I can literally put a towel on it, and this thing will towel just fall down. So, yeah, the light real quick. There we go. But it's not too bad. And I want to show y'all something that I mentioned in my other videos on this while I was doing this. And I've been getting irritated about it. I really don't want to sand all this back down because like I said, I've done spent a lot of work on this vehicle. And I'm still wore out from yesterday from doing all the painting and trying to get it ready. But I want y'all to know something. This is the reason why you need to block, which I did block sand when I did the Bondo and all that stuff, and everything. But if you can tell and can see right here, this is what I was talking about in my other videos. This right here is telling me that it wasn't sanded down good enough. Now, I'm going to run through a couple things. When I had laid my body filler on this and I started block sanding this, and now I block sanded it smooth, it felt good. I mean, it felt good to my hands. I mean, it was like just as smooth can get. All right. And once I started laying my primer and stuff on, I noticed the imperfections started showing through, so I took the primer back off. I re-block sanded this and re-block sanded it, and there's still some high spots in certain areas where you can still see the Bondo. It's not so much on the paint, it's just the Bondo itself bleeding through. If y'all can see, there we go. See that? And then you got down there. Alright, that's irritating me. I mean, it really is irritating me so freaking bad. Now, this little chip, nick, whatever it is, that wasn't there. I didn't even notice it until, like I said, I started painting. You won't notice these things until you start painting. It starts showing through. This is why they also say, even when you put your clear coat on, that this here is going to start showing up more and more. See, now that looks like it needs to be sanded a little bit more. It's high. and I sanded the crap out of it. So I don't know. And they got a little spot over there, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad for, you know, not having all the correct tools and stuff. Like I said, I've got a block sander. Y'all seen that. But it is what it is. It's better than what it was. There's not a huge dent there no more. Okay. It's all pretty much straightened out. Like I said, it may need to be pulled out a little bit. You know, a little bit more. But it's not anything that's going to be really noticeable. Now, you look on this driver's side. Okay. Look at. Now you can see how straight the body line is on this side with the molding on. Alright. But like I also mentioned too, that this panel right there around where that molding, well, above the molding and stuff, and down there at the bottom, this metal is so damn warped. It ain't even funny, because the last people, whoever tried pulling the dang dent out before, didn't do it right. They just yanking and pulling. But now this is just the final stage. Because when I put this clear coat on, I wet sanded it to a 1500, and then I turned around and I polished it and buffed it out. But for what it has turned out to be, from basically start to finish, it's not a bad job. I know some of the people on YouTube's gonna be like, man, I could have done a better job. I know a lot of the body shop mans on there is gonna be like, oh, I could have done a better job. Well, I'm sure you could, but you also got all the right stuff and the right equipment to do it with too. All right, I'm not some rich man that's got $25,000 damn dollars in my pocket to actually get every little nick and cranny out. So, like I said, this is a 99. This ain't no damn 2016 freaking vehicle. It's, you know, like I said, it's gonna have its flaws. And like I said, it irritating me that these pieces here like that right there, it's bulged out from the Bondo, and up there, those are only a couple places. From there, right through there, that little piece right there, and up there, okay, and a little bit over here in this area. Okay, there's only little spots that's bad. That could have probably been sanded down a little bit smoother. But like I said, when you're doing the body work and stuff, you don't notice it until you start putting all your freaking coats and stuff on there. So, and it really shows up. But from a far away distance, you know, you can't really tell it unless you're getting right up on it trying to nitpick. But it is what it is, like I said. I'm hoping when I get ready to do this fender, like I said, I took my time on it. I spent about 4 weeks on that damn quarter panel back there. But this fender here, I did pop the dent out of it, like I showed y'all in a couple other videos. But this will all get sanded down and redone and everything. This here, nobody messed with this. I did mess with this here. I used a dolly and a body hammer and got this somewhat straightened back out. But like I said, when I do this, I'm hoping that it'll go back to what it should be, and hopefully I'll spend a little bit more time on it with a block sander, or if I can find a block sander that's a little bit more flimsy that will go along with that contour, that'll help out a lot too. I used a hard block sand on this, or a hard block on this, so I didn't have anything to use for contouring. That's a lot of the issue. So when I get ready to do this, hopefully that don't turn out like that down there. Pay a little bit more attention. So like I said, it is what it is. But anyway, this is the final touch on it. I don't have to mess with it now. It's done and it's over with. So hopefully y'all learned something by this video. Like I said, you don't have to do it my way. If you got a spray gun or something, use a damn spray gun. But other than that, you can't really tell that it was done with a rattle can. So whoever says that you can't paint a car with a rattle can, they're a damn lie. You can do it with a rattle can and make it just look like it was done with a spray gun. So there you go, and there you have it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.